In this chapter, some application of trigonometry. Let's see another module based on angle of elevation. Let's see the sum first. It says a statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree, and from the same point, angle of elevation of the top of a pedestal is 45 degree. Find the height of the pedestal. Now let's understand this sum. What it says is there's a pedestal and a statue on it. Let's observe. So observe very carefully when you see that a statue 1.6 meter tall. So you see there is a statue there, right? And it is 1.6 meter tall. Is given to you, and this is stands on the top of a pedestal. Now the pedestal is nothing but the part which you see below that. So that's the pedestal. On the top of that, there's a statue 1.6 meter tall. This much is clear, right? It says from a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree. So they're saying from a point on the ground, but here if you see in the sum, the height of the observer is not given. That means it is considered as a point on the ground. So from this point on the ground, there's an angle of elevation. That means the observer is seeing something at a higher level, right, above the horizontal line. But what is he observing? The top of the statue. So that is the top of the statue which is marked there. And when he's seeing that, obviously there's a line of sight which is created, right? And that line of sight is making an angle with the horizontal line, which is nothing but the ground itself. And that angle of elevation is given as 60 degree. This is what you have. That is what you understood from the first one. Right. Now let's read further, and it says, and from the same point, angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal. So now we are talking about top of the pedestal. So the top of the pedestal is this point. The observer here is observing that. So there is again a line of sight here, right? So there's a line of sight, and this line of sight makes an angle with the horizontal, that is the ground level, and that angle is given as 45 degree. So this is what is given, and they say find the height of the pedestal. So this is what you're supposed to find in the sum. So we have drawn and we have named the figure, right? Easy. So you understood what you're supposed to draw in the figure. This is what you have drawn. So ultimately this is the figure it looks like. So we write there in the adjoining figure what we have is we have the height of the pedestal, that is AB, which we need to find. We take it as H, which we need to find, right? We're taking it as H meter, and then we write there the height of the statue BC is given to us, that is 1.6 meter, and what we have is let AD be X, right? Now observe very carefully, how are we going to do this? Now we need to find the value of H, right? Now H belongs to that right angle triangle BAD. So observe that right angle triangle BAD. In that we have an acute angle, that is what? 45 degree, right? We have that angle D, which is 45 degree. Observe that angle. Now why we took AD? Because we know we have only H we need to find, and we don't have any other information there. So this AD is going to be the common side for both the right angle triangles, for right angle triangle BAD and also for right angle triangle CAD, for both the right angle. So that is a common side which we need to know, because if we know this, then it is going to help us in the next right angle triangle also. So remember that common side we need to find. That's why we have taken it as X, right? Observe very carefully. So now here we are saying that in this, for this angle BDA, we have the opposite side. Which is opposite side? AB, that is H, right? And we have an information about AD, which is the adjacent side. So we are talking about opposite side and adjacent side. So when we are talking about opposite side and adjacent side, which ratio comes to your mind? The ratio which comes to our mind is nothing but it is tan. So we are going to use tan of 45. So we write tan of 45 is equal to opposite side, which is AB, upon the adjacent side, which is AD. And now we're going to substitute the value there. Tan of 45 from the table, we know it is nothing but 1. So we write 1 is equal to, what's the value of AB? It's H. What's the value of AD? AD is nothing but it is X. So now you cross multiply. So we get X is equal to H. So we came to know here that X and H are equal. Wasn't that easy? Simple, you got up to this point where we say that X and H are equal. Now this information is going to help us for the next right angle triangle. So what is the next right angle triangle there? Yes, that is right angle triangle CAD. Observe here, do we have an acute angle here? Yes, we have that acute angle. And what is that acute angle? It is D, that is angle CDA. So for that acute angle, right, opposite side, what is the opposite side? The opposite side is AC. And the adjacent side, that is what I said, the common side, that is AD. So again here we are talking about the opposite side and the adjacent side. So the ratio which comes to our mind is nothing but tan. So we're going to use tan of 60. right? Tan of 60 is nothing but it is AC upon AD. And now when we solve further, tan 60 we know from the table is nothing but it is root 3. So we substitute that value there. Root 3 is equal to AC. What is AC? If you look at the figure, AC is nothing but, yes, it is H plus 1.6, right, upon AD. We know the value of AD, we have taken it as X. So we write there. So what we get after cross multiplication is root 3x is equal to H plus 1.6. Now, two different variables here, x and h, but you know one thing? Yes, we know one thing, that x is equal to h. We know that is from equation number 1. So, instead of x, we can write h there. That is equal to h plus 1.6. You got it from 1. So, we write the reason there is from 1. Now, solve it further. We get the value of h now. So, take h on one side. We get root 3h minus h is equal to 1.6. H comes common there on the left hand side. So, we get into bracket root 3 minus 1 is equal to 1.6. So, now we get h is equal to 1.6 upon root 3 minus 1. So here, but when you look at this fraction in the denominator, it's a irrational number. So we need to rationalize it, but it's a binomial quadratic set. So to rationalize it, we need to take its conjugate. And the conjugate of this is going to be root 3 minus 1. The conjugate is root 3 plus 1. So multiply that in the numerator and in the denominator. So we get 1.6 upon root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1 in the numerator and into root 3 plus 1 in the denominator. So in the numerator we would get it as h is equal to 1.6 into bracket root 3 plus 1. And in the denominator, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So it will be written as a square minus b square, which is root 3 the whole square minus 1 square. So now we solve the denominator further. So we get 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 remains as it is in the numerator. In the denominator, it is root 3 square, which is 3 minus 1 square, which is 1. So in the denominator, now we'll have 3 minus 1, that is going to be 2. So we have 1.6 upon 2 into root 3 plus 1. Now we can further reduce it. It is 2 ones and 2 0.8. So we have h is equal to 0.8 into root 3 plus 1. But now we know it's easy. The value of root 3 is known to us. We know it is 1.73. So we write the 1.73 plus 1, which is nothing but into bracket we'll get 2.73. So we get h is equal to 0.8 into 2.73. Multiply that, we get the value of h, and we get the value of h as 2.184. So now we can say the final answer. Therefore the height of the pedestal is 2.184 meter. The sum is so very important. Very, very important sum. Easy, right?